Yeah.
Who the fuck are you and what have you done with Popp?
I'm right here.
He's right here. And I'm the producer. I'm the one who makes all this shit happen.
I'm applying for the Army. As a 28-year-old, lots of office work in the past 10 years, and I used to be a sprinter when I was younger. I'm generally fit, but I'm having some issue running for longer than a few hundred meters. I can fuck further than I can run at the moment.
So basically, what you're trying to tell me is you vomit when you fuck.
In my experience, vomiting on a chick's back while you're banging her doggy style is kind of a deal breaker.
It pretty much is. The Technicolor yawn, yeah.
Technicolor yawn.
You never heard that?
No, I never. What kind of shit are you eating if it's Technicolor?
Tricks.
I thought tricks were for kids.
No, they taste pretty goddamn good at the end of the night when you've been drinking.
But if they taste as good coming up.
No.
How in the utter fuckery do you run longer at a good speed so I can pass my assessment? I'm already hitting the gym and going out running, or trying to, I should say, and it's just not happening.
You probably have the same problem I have, and you got to dump 20 pounds. And once you dump that weight, the speed, the distance, and the endurance will come back. But if you're carrying too much, you're fucked.
Here's a question for you, not Popp. From your body language and temperament, you seem more bitter, angry, and comically sarcastic than Popp. Maybe even MGTOW. So why don't you do some videos on topics you want to do, and fill in between Redonkulas episodes and give us your perspective?
I could do that. If you really want to.
Man, that's cool. I don't care.
There's a couple of dudes out there who apparently think that I'm Popp's gay lover, but those are few and far between.
It's not happening. He's married, and I'm not gay.
We know that my generation, early to late 20s, will always be known for being SJWs, safe space asylum seekers, and overall pussies.
Well, at least you know.
We know how they're triggered, we know how they react, and we know how they victimize themselves to minor fame and fortune. But has anyone looked to why specifically? I think we're far enough along to look at parenting, household, or school trends from the 90s and early thousands. I know there's single motherhood, but that can't be the one and only answer. Both because no one will accept such an openly incendiary answer, and no one wants to hear their side get bashed by some vague blanket statement.
The men and women of today have been eroded by the destruction of the family. There's no discipline. They take away the bullies, so you basically go through school without having to face any obstacles or any kind of pain, and then you get into the adult world and you want that to maintain, but it's not. The real world is cruel. It'll beat you down.
Finally, the emergence of the daycare generation, where even if you're not a single parent, it's gotten so bad economically to where most homes need 2 incomes. So you've got 25 kids all vying for the attention of a single daycare worker. And how do you get attention when you're one of many? Scream, cry, throw fits, tantrums, break shit, riot, and then vote Hillary.
You forgot burning.
Why does this guy have a giant doll on his desk?
You mean this doll? This thing? This was a gift from my brother-in-law who was in the Army. So you can suck my dick. I'm gonna keep it on my desk. And I find it really funny that most of the people who are bitching about me having a giant doll on my desk probably have sexual relationships exclusively with dolls.
Oh, good burn. That's like a 7 or 8.
I have a question, but it's not for Pops, but the guy behind the camera. Are you the guy from Angry Video Game Nerd? And if not, have you ever been involved with them? I just have this feeling that you do.
I already answered this one, but I think it's funny. No, I have no involvement with James Rolfe. He's a really good dude. We've talked in the past. He actually gave a big thumbs up to our first project, Purple Heart's Final Beat. If you haven't seen it, link's in the description, and it'll probably pop up here somewhere. But yeah, I do get accused of looking like his brother. So I'm going to just do a little split screen.
I thought the episode on give a dams, give a fucks, etc. was excellent. Could we see more videos about frame and manhood?
Well, of course we can.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
How can I see the Braille videos if I can't see to click on it, you bastard?
Do they have videos in Braille?
I guess I'm discriminating against blind people. So you social justice warriors can send all of your comments to my ass, because I don't care.
Then if your first name is Blake, we have something in common.
Winning. There's precious few of us. And I'm really glad that that fucker on American Idol named Blake didn't win, because there would have just been a whole generation of douchebags named after an American Idol contestant, and that wouldn't have been good for anybody.
No.
It's still sad that American Idol was like the highest rated program in this country for so many years. More people participated in that shit than they did in the actual presidential elections. That is sad.
That is sad. Especially when the president has the button that launches nuclear warheads.
A little bit. That's kind of an important thing to vote on.
That could wreck your whole week, man. That's so much paperwork.
Dude, there's a fucking nuke coming down in the backyard. Oh, that there goes my week. Fuck. I guess I'm gonna have to put off mowing the lawn until tomorrow.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Gotta board up the windows. Maybe pull a house back on its foundation.
We got canned goods? Everybody got canned goods? We good? All right, go downstairs. We'll get the Vienna sausages. We'll break open the beer. We'll have a fucking party.
Do you think Joe Rogan's plan of covering the Middle East in pot smoke will help reduce that region's problems?
No.
I'm enjoying the contrast between the two of you. Any observations about staying married to a quality woman, and would you do it again?
No.
I'm aware that I very much lucked out marrying my wife. She's awesome, and she watches this show, and she loves this show. She respects Popp. Popp likes her. But no, I wouldn't do it again. If
one and done, baby.
If she by some reason were to divorce me, I wouldn't do it again. I'd be done. I'd be one and done at that point.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the inside how dirty and corrupt the whole goddamn thing is.
Yeah, I remember when I met you. You were.
I was fucked up.
You were pretty fucked up. I
was fucked up in the head.
He sat across from me at a Logan's Roadhouse, and he's like, you know what, man? I'm only 40, but I'm kind of fucking tired of living. And then 2 years later, we started making Redonkulas.
Yeah. This show saved my life.
Hey, Popp, could you do an episode on gay men and some little-known fucked up shit about them? I'm a gay that left the community due to a lot of truly sickening crap, like people actually trying to get AIDS, increasing uptake in bareback, week-long injectable meth orgies, and everyone being Eskimo brothers with 1/8 of the worldwide gay community.
That's pretty fucked up.
That is fucked up.
I'm not going to lie. That's one of the most fucked up things. I mean, we say some pretty fucked up shit on the show.
Oh.
And we've done some pretty fucked up shit on this show. But nothing, we can't even hold a candle to that.
No.
Hell, there was a website called tribe.net that was shut down after screen caps of child porn trading, gore, Satanist cult activity, and step-by-step pictures of voluntary genital mutilation leaked to 4chan. And I have most of them.
Ugh.
Don't send them to us.
No.
I don't want them.
I don't need to see that shit.
That's fine. I have a son, and then Pop's got 2 daughters. No. There are some things that once you see, you can't unsee them. I have made it to this point in my life without seeing 2 girls, 1 cup. He has not.
That was nasty.
You sad fucker. There are some things I'm totally cool not knowing.
Yep.
Here's a statistic question for you and Popp regarding divorce. We've been hearing the blurb of a 50% chance of a marriage ending in divorce for a long time now. I've heard from a lawyer that the chance of failure is much higher than that. Something like 90% chance of a marriage ending in divorce.
In today's day and age, doesn't surprise me.
Go to statisticbrain.com as a source and scroll down to first marriage survival. Probability of lasting more than 10 years, and in the link it states that the probability of a first marriage surviving 10 years is 6.6%, or 1 in 15. I look forward to both of your thoughts about this, especially the chances of a second marriage failure and third marriage failures.
If you get married again after you've been divorced once, you fell victim to these simple words, I'm different. But what they're really saying is, be my victim.
It's masochism.
Glad you mentioned Fidel Castro. Can you do a video on the sick mindset of praising him in this country?
I would be honored to do that. I really would. But you know who's praising him? It's the left.
I know, it still hurts.
The left is praising this guy.
I mean, I thought that after Trump won, we would see a little bit of recoil. Let's regroup. Let's think about things a little bit. Let's think about why we lost this. Instead, they have been doubling and tripling down on the stupid to such a vast degree. Just looking at news sources online, I'll give you a fucking headache.
Let me tell you, Fidel Castro, he whacked a hell of a lot of people when he became into power in his early days.
You'd be hard-pressed to find a bigger, racist, genocidal fucking lunatic than Fidel Castro, except maybe Che Guevara. So I guess what we're going to see liberals now wearing Che Guevara and Fidel Castro t-shirts. They're going to make them where they look like fucking rock'em sock'em robots punching out minorities on their shirt. But, you know, you're all for the little guy and the people of color, right?
Yeah, that Guevara guy, I believe they shot the lock off of his soul cage.
Indeed.
Yeah, he had it coming.
You know what? This year we lost a lot of really solid talent. We lost David Bowie. And we lose Prince, but Fidel Castro dies of natural causes at 90? There's no fucking justice in the world, man.
That is fucked up. It is fucked up.
Fuck this. Fuck Fidel Castro, and fuck Justin Trudeau for his bullshit eulogy.
Yeah, he's the vaginal mangina who runs Canada.
That dude, even his balls are made of pussy. Who elected that motherfucker?
Fuck him. Anyway, we don't have to.
Actually, you know what? Scratch that. Calling Justin Trudeau a motherfucker sullies the good name of motherfuckers, because let's think about it, okay? We are technically motherfuckers.
Bad Popp, would you consider running for president?
They'd go through my videos and take shit out of context, and I'd be fucked. Yeah. But it still would be funny to watch.
It would be pretty funny to watch.
Yeah. Hey, fuck it. Maybe I'll throw my hat in the ring, and just for the hell of it, because it'll be funny as fuck.
I would love to see the campaign signs.
Where in New York does Popp do shows? I would go in a minute.
I get up to do open mics because I'm trying to get my stand-up game better. I do it in some open mic night venues in and around Utica, New York, sometimes in Syracuse.
Question for Bitch Blake. How did you and Popp meet each other and come up with this beautiful disaster?
So we met kind of in the latter part of 2008. You and I sat down. You had a Craigslist ad out.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Because he was looking for a director for Purple Heart's Final Beat, and you had sat down with a couple of dudes at that point, right?
Yeah, I talked to 3 other guys, and then they're like, yeah, we can do this for $5,000. I looked at some of their work, and just wasn't $5,000. I mean, that's a car.
And then I showed up. I had just lost a very steady gig doing wedding videography, and we sat down, and I said I'd do it for like $500.
Yeah.
Because at that point I was just really desperate for the work. And we shot it over the course of a couple of weekends. Yeah. And then I was doing sound design and shit like that for a couple of months. Then we finally put it out.
And people liked it. It was really good.
And Redonkulas came about
4 years ago?
Yeah, like 4 years ago, like 2012. I was living in an apartment.
Yeah, I had the domain for a long time.
Yeah, and I spelled it wrong the first. Well, no, I spelled it the way that a grammar Nazi is going to spell it. And then I put the episode out there, and you're like, no, this is how you spell it. I'm like, you dyslexic fuck. And then we did the first one that we did back here was Middle Age Mileage.
Yeah, that was a good one. Oh, I love that shit.
It's one of those things where now I kind of wish we could do like a remake of some of those older episodes.
We could remake them.
Because Middle Age Mileage, there were a lot of people with suggestions for how to make that better.
Yeah, we can do that. We can remake stuff.
If there's any episodes out there from like the early part of the show when we were kind of still figuring shit out that you think we could put a better spin on now, leave them in the comments, because I'd like to see what people want to see.
My wife and I use your videos for our date nights. Do you suggest white, red, or rose wine to go with your presentation?
I told him white wine.
White wine. I think that's awesome that couples are actually sitting down and watching our shit.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, married couples no less now. I mean, well, I was surprised to see that, a couple just dating was watching our videos. Now we got married couples tuning in.
Well, the thing is like our viewing audience is like 96% men.
Yeah.
From all over the world.
I guess we shouldn't be too surprised that we got married couples watching this now because, I mean, what was the saying? You're a Democrat until you have money and you're a feminist until you get married.
I like that. Who wants to deal with that? Well, this does it for this week's Q&A. Any questions, comments below. And while you're at it, check out our Patreon and PayPal links. Send us some loot so we can keep doing this because it is expensive and time consuming.
And don't forget, this is the intimidation part of the show, to click on the subscribe button, because if you don't, we won't invite you to our next week-long injectable meth orgy.
Ugh.
Ugh.